This is One on One. We're pleased to welcome Denis Murphy, founder of Friends of Jaclyn Foundation, and the Jaclyn Murphy, who is the inspiration for Friends of Jaclyn Foundation. It is an honor to have both of you.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
The Friends of Jaclyn Foundation is?
Well,
it's a nonprofit organization. What we do is we pair kids battling cancers and diseases, and we pair them up with college sports teams or high school sports teams, and they act as older brothers and sisters. And it's not a one-season kind of a deal. It's a lifetime experience. My team was Northwestern University out in Chicago, and I have friends all around the country, and I'm still really good, close friends with them. I actually, this past summer, I was actually invited to one of my friends' weddings, which was really weird but fun to go to, you know.
So you turned 22 last fall.
Yes.
Yeah. In March of 2004, the world changed a lot.
Yeah. Jaclyn was 9. I have another daughter, Taryn, who was 7. And we got the call from the doctor. She was playing lacrosse up in the local gym, and then her gait went. We rushed her to the hospital of Vassar, and we were there for a week, misdiagnosed, all different types of things, and we finally, my wife is a high school business teacher, one of her students said, CAT scan, we got the CAT scan, and they found the mass the size of a golf ball in her 4th ventricle. We immediately went to Westchester Medical, had surgery within 24 hours to remove the malignant tumor, and then down here at Memorial Sloan Kettering for our protocol, which called for 30 straight days of radiation and then 8 cycles of chemotherapy, 3 types of chemotherapies. And while we were down here, I get the call from her coach, her lacrosse coach, Matt Cameron. He says, you know, where's Jaclyn? And I explained to him he came down with a malignant brain tumor, and he reached out to some friends in Chicago, and they started this relationship, text messaging. And then, you know, while we were at the 9th floor, Memorial Sloan Kettering, which is the saddest place on the planet. That's where the good doctors and the nurses and caregivers are helping these children, but the beast is there 24/7, 365, taking these kids' lives. And I'm sitting there one day in the 9th floor, and I'm watching Jaclyn talk to this other girl from Poland, and she's oblivious to where she is because she's text messaging the lacrosse girls back in Chicago. And I'm processing this, listening to the conversation. The little girl gets called away from chemo, and then Jaclyn turns to me and says, Dad, you got to go to team. So that's how Friends of Jaclyn was born.
That's how it happened.
That's how it happened. I says, all these children deserve this opportunity to be in hell and to be oblivious to where you are because you have a team rooting and waiting for you to get out of here. I think everybody deserves one of them.
Why did you do that? I'm sorry. Why did
Well,
you do that?
Before I was sick, I was a big athlete. I loved playing sports. And that, you know, we moved around a lot just because of his job at the time. And when I couldn't play sports, it kind of broke my heart because that was my go-to thing. But this team allowed me to be part of it, still be part of lacrosse, and it was great. And I lost a lot of my friends because I was young and I was only here for a year and a half when we moved to New York, and a lot of them didn't understand the concept of cancer and didn't really want to hang out with me. They'd rather be playing outside, running around, and instead of sitting on the couch watching movies with me. So this team, whenever they texted me or they called me or made YouTube videos when YouTube was starting to come out, it brightened up my spirits, and I was in my own little happy place. And it was just the best thing. And then, you know, when I'm sitting in the hospital waiting room with getting all these texts, and these girls and this little girl says, it asks, who keeps calling and texting you? I go, my friends, and she's like, oh, and then she gets called in to see her doctor, and that's when I said, we need to get this girl a team. It didn't really dawn on me.
We need to get her a team. Friends, people who connect with her.
Yes, exactly, who actually will support and love her nonstop like these girls do for me, because what they did was at games, they'd wear their initials on their sweatband, or they'd, it's moments like this, like, I didn't get treatment like that, but my team was all the way out in Chicago.
Right.
But when they were on the East Coast, you know, it was cool. Wow. My dad actually took me all the way to Hopkins University to meet the team for the first time. And, it was just a magical experience.
What is this? Let me ask you this. Why'd you come on?
Because of just what we were talking about. You give us the opportunity to share our mission. And our mission is about quality of life. What can we do for these kids today? Not tomorrow or a week or 5 years or 10 years from now. And from doing this for 12 years with over 700 kids adopted, we have, and I could have never in my wildest dreams have thought this up, we have several student athletes that have graduated, and because of their relationship with their adoptee and their team, they've chosen a career in medicine and are now in research. The cure for pediatric cancer is going to come from somebody in Friends of Jaclyn Foundation that's participated in, and it's happening. It's not, I'm making this up.
Right.
It's happening as we talk here. But our biggest challenge is HIPAA. I can't call up any hospital and say, hey, you know, I'm the whack job talking about brain tumors. But have a platform like this and reach that you have. I told you, you're gonna change children's lives because somebody knows somebody who has a sick child is gonna look up Friends of Jaclyn, look at our programs. We're on HBO twice. They just watched the HBO special, and that tells our whole, you know, chamber of horror in our journey. So you get it. You get it. And that's a simple process, and it's about today.
Where'd you get such a big heart?
I have two loving and great parents. My mom has actually been, sorry, Dad.
Whoa.
Mom,
She usually throws me under the bus.
Mom has been, you know, always, my mother right there.
She's the rock.
And then my sister, actually, we both get it from our mom and dad, always giving back and putting others first instead of us first. Be a leader, not a follower, is what they always told us to be. So that's where we get it from.
You said right before we started, that you were confident that just a few minutes we were going to have here together would make a difference.
Yes.
What do you hope that difference is right now? People watching.
No.
Because somebody somewhere.
They got to go to our website, friendsofjaclyn.org.
Let's put it up right now if we can, to you.
Just go to friendsofjaclyn.org and click on the HBO tab, and you'll see the story. And anybody with a sick child will want this for their child. Will want this for their child. And like Jaclyn said earlier, it's not a one-game, one-season deal. It's for life. Mm-hmm. They become a member of that team for life. We've branched out now. We started with sports. We've branched out into the arts and music. We have a little boy who's blind. He can't go to a game. Sterling, he's adopted by the Whiffenpoofs, the Yale a cappella Whiffenpoofs.
They took him in.
Yeah,
Yep.
no problem.
They're there
And
for him.
there isn't a team I won't find for a sick child.
Well, you're incredible people.
Thank
You're
you
good
so
people.
much.
And we're just proud to, as I said to you, provide a small platform for you.
Thank you.
We wish
Thank
you
you.
nothing but the best.
Thank
Denis
you
and
so much.
Jaclyn,
We
thank you.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Russell Berry Foundation, RWJ Barnabas Health, Fedway Associates, the Fidelco Group, Caldwell University, Suez, and by Adler Aphasia Center. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.